What if the future of your investments was just minutes away?
That's right. Leading analysts like David Lin, James Anderson, and Stephan have broken down the complexities for you.
In this video, we've condensed hours of expert analysis into bite-sized, actionable insights.
Stick around as we unveil critical predictions for the economy and how you can leverage these insights.
Today, we're exploring the potential revaluation of gold based on insights from James Anderson, an esteemed market analyst.
James sheds light on the upcoming changes in monetary policies and their likely effects on the gold market.
James Anderson argues that gold remains a crucial hedge against inflation amidst economic uncertainty.
He elaborates that shifts in central bank policies may drive greater demand for gold as a safe haven.
How does James Anderson view the impact of inflation on gold prices?
James explains that historically gold has risen in value during inflationary periods as investors seek to preserve their wealth. James discusses how changes in monetary policy can directly influence the demand for gold.
So if central banks adopt more dovish stances, that might signal more investment in gold.
Exactly. If interest rates remain low, gold becomes more attractive again.
What predictions does James Anderson make about gold for the next few years?
James predicts that if inflation continues unchecked, we could see gold prices reach new highs.
James recommends that investors closely monitor central bank policies for any signs that could positively affect gold prices.
He also suggests that adding gold to investment portfolios may serve as a strategic hedge against ongoing inflation risks.
Today, we're exploring Stephan's views on how Bitcoin's recent performance may be reshaping the financial outlook.
Graham believes that Bitcoin's role could significantly alter perceptions of traditional currencies.
Stephan argues that Bitcoin's rise suggests a substantial challenge to the US dollar.
He indicates that this change may prompt investors to rethink their market approaches. Graham highlights that the surge in Bitcoin's value is directly linked to rising interest in digital currencies.
This trend may transform public perceptions of investing. Graham mentions that as Bitcoin gains popularity, it could diminish the global influence of the US dollar.
This marks a notable shift within the financial ecosystem.
What are Graham's thoughts on the future of Bitcoin in relation to traditional currencies?
Graham predicts that Bitcoin will face greater regulatory oversight as it becomes more mainstream.
In conclusion, Graham highlights the evolving nature of investment landscapes.
He advises that investors should adjust their portfolios to accommodate cryptocurrency.
Today, we're discussing an analysis by Dr. Emily Brown that highlights how consumer sentiment in America has drastically shifted during her conversation with David Lin.
Dr. Brown's insights reveal that many Americans are experiencing significant economic pressures, indicating a breaking point in their spending capabilities.
Dr. Brown asserts that rising costs have left a majority of consumers under financial strain.
David Lin notes that this sentiment could lead to decreased consumer spending with consequences for economic recovery. Dr. Brown emphasizes that inflation has outpaced wage increases, reducing real purchasing power.
So consumers are spending less on what they see as non-essential items.
Exactly, and this behavior is influencing retail sales trends.
What consequences does this have for the wider economy?
Dr. Brown warns that waning consumer confidence could jeopardize ongoing economic recovery.
Dr. Brown indicates that improved consumer sentiment could lead to a modest retail recovery.
However, this hinges on resolving inflation issues and restoring consumer confidence.
What does Dr. Brown foresee regarding future consumer behavior?
She anticipates that ongoing inflation will likely keep consumer sentiment low, resulting in further spending adjustments.
Dr. Brown stresses the importance of tackling inflation to regain consumer trust.
Moreover, consumers need to be mindful of their budget management during these economic fluctuations.
These observations point to the necessity for proactive financial strategies while closely monitoring inflation trends. Welcome. In today's video, we will discuss the proposal in Florida to eliminate property taxes with insights from analyst Max Smith.
Max will dive into the potential benefits of this proposal and its implications for residents and the state economy.
Max Smith posits that eliminating property taxes could invigorate Florida's economic scene.
He also cautions about possible funding conflicts for resources like education and public health.
What does Max say about tax elimination's effect on economic prosperity?
Max believes it could enhance Florida's appeal to new residents and businesses, thus boosting the economy. Max emphasizes potential funding shortages for essential community services due to tax elimination.
Indeed, without property taxes, vital areas like education and public safety could be at risk. What insights does Max have regarding Florida's economy if the tax proposal goes through?
Max anticipates mixed results. Benefits from lower taxes, but potential cuts to public service funding could harm local welfare.
To conclude, Max asserts that understanding the ramifications of property tax elimination is crucial for Floridians.
Indeed, while the idea may initially appear beneficial for economic growth, it demands careful assessment of how it impacts public services.
Today, we're diving into a critical analysis by Emily Brown about recent mass layoffs in the tech sector.
Emily points out that these layoffs could severely affect employee morale and job security across the industry.
Emily Brown emphasizes that the emotional toll of mass layoffs can lead to lower productivity and morale within affected companies.
Moreover, she highlights how such layoffs create uncertainty, prompting individuals to reconsider their career security. As Emily points out, the immediate effects on morale can be profound, impacting not just those laid off, but also those remaining.
The fear of job loss can significantly lower overall workplace morale. Emily notes that these layoffs may signal a broader shift in the tech job market, affecting hiring trends.
With reduced job openings, remaining employees might face heightened competition for roles.
What does Emily predict for the tech job market following these layoffs?
Emily anticipates short-term instability in the job market, but believes there's potential for recovery as the economy adjusts.
In conclusion, Emily suggests that employees should stay proactive and adaptable as job transitions continue in the tech landscape.
For companies, establishing strong support systems for employees affected by layoffs can help mitigate some negative impacts discussed.
Today, we're diving into insights from Emmanuel Lemelson, a notable investor.
Lemelson outlines his investment strategies and discusses sectors of interest.
Emmanuel Lemelson highlights sectors that he believes are ready for growth.
He points out that Tesla's prior valuation was questionable. Emmanuel Lemelson discussed key indicators that suggested overvaluation in Tesla.
What specific indicators did he mention?
Lemelson analyzed market trends and valuation as critical alerts. What sectors is Emmanuel Lemelson interested in for future investments?
Lemelson points to renewable energy and technology as key areas.
What is Emmanuel's advice regarding investor behavior?
He advises against following trends without critical thinking.
What does Emmanuel predict for the upcoming months?
He predicts some volatility but sees significant opportunities based on his evaluations.
In conclusion, Emmanuel Lemelson stresses the need for careful investment choices.
He encourages thorough research and analysis, especially in uncertain markets.
Wow, what an incredible array of insights we've explored today.
Definitely. Each guest brought something unique, whether it was Emmanuel Lemelson on Tesla or Stephan discussing Bitcoin.
I find it intriguing how multiple guests agreed on the need for investors to turn towards safe havens like gold and Bitcoin.
True, but there's a big conversation about eliminating property taxes in Florida. Max Smith is really optimistic about it, while others warn it could strain essential services.
And remember the emotional toll of layoffs, particularly how Dr. Emily Brown described shifts in consumer sentiment affecting financial markets.
Exactly. These differing perspectives highlight how complex the current economic landscape really is.
If you enjoyed this video and found the insights valuable, don't forget to hit that like button.
Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on future discussions with top experts.
Stay tuned, because our next video will dive deeper into upcoming trends in global finance. You won't want to miss it.
See you next time.